I'm going to tell y'all something about women. Because obviously you don't know. I'll tell you something about women. Excuse me. Anytime you meet a woman that has 1% game in her, you are in danger. Yeah. You're in danger. Anytime you meet a woman that has 1% game, anytime you meet a woman that says she's going to call you and don't call you back, you are in danger. Anytime you meet a woman that says, I'm going out with my girlfriends, if she's not a hump and dump and that's your girl, you are in danger. Do you know what danger is? Danger is anything that takes from you, a percentage of taking from you, you're in danger. The reason why, if you're dealing with a woman with 1%, there is other percentages that have not been exposed to you yet. There are other percentages that you hadn't collided with to pull that out. It's not like you're going to go to a party and all your friends are going to be there and you're going to notice, oh, damn, she's trying to talk to all my friends. It hadn't happened, so you don't know, right? But I'm gonna tell you something that I've noticed. I almost cut my hand, 3 of my fingers off. That's why right now I gotta hold it. It's starting to hurt. I almost cut 3 of my fingers off. And my physical therapist, she's a Caucasian woman, no ass, no titties, but very beautiful to talk to, about 5'1", 5'2". And this woman is like, I just be looking at her like, wow, when I tell her about the pain and the hurt and this and all that, I can feel the feminine in her. I have not felt feminine like that in a very long time. I can feel the feminine in her. Wow. People, I'm going to tell you something about feminine energy. It's comforting. It's warm. It's soothing. It's everything you need in a moment of stress. You have no idea what that is, do you? Those things you met women, you have no idea. You had no idea because you don't feel that. So if you are dealing with a woman that's anything, got 1% of modern woman in her, you are in danger. Danger. You're in danger. The bottom will fall out of your relationship eventually. It's either that or you're going to have to go completely bitch. You're going to. They're adamant about conquering. There's something mentally wrong with these women that have them thinking that challenging men like you did something to them is their driving wheel. They just think that, oh, this is a man is my problem. It is amazing to listen to individuals that are breaking up with women and then seeing a side of them they claim was never there. It is amazing to talk to individuals and they're now opening their eyes to just what it is they're dealing with. And then you would hear them say, I always had, she never did this, she never did that. all she did was want to argue and fight. She never did this or that. You're not in a relationship with me like that. Like you don't even get a third date. You may get a first, you may get a second. By the third date, you the fuck up out of there. I'm not understanding how this understand this. This is why a lot of you individuals claim you're a pimp. This is why a lot of you individuals claim you good with these bitches. And then ultimately end up realizing she was pimping you all along. She was just setting you up. There isn't a woman on this planet that can set me up. It's not happening. You cannot pierce a purist. You can't. It's impossible. If Tom Cruise was to have this with the Impossible Missions Force, they would fail. They would fail. It's just no way. Just know this. In order for a woman to be successful with you, you have to be weak. That's it. You want to complain about a woman being she got me. The only reason how a woman gets you is because she was weak. That's all. You want to sit there and you want to make these claims that I would have, she did it. You don't hear me. You don't hear me talking about the problems that I had at Tia Bradley during the relationship. When Atia started with the nonsense, I said, you got 90 days. What do you think happened on the 91st day? When time was up, relationships up. I'm out. Not happening. I had a woman tell me long time ago, Chris, you always gonna have problems with women. You heard me say this story. She told me that I will always have problems with women. I kind of got offended when she said that. I said, why am I always going to have problems with women? She said, you're always going to have problems with women because you don't lie. Women aren't used to that. What's going on, D? I see you. He says, League, what's going on? Back here every day, 3 p.m. Let's be clear. I cleared my schedule. Every day, 3 p.m., I'm back in the house. Have your face in the place. But you can't. I seen a posting yesterday by Gabrielle Union, my man. Gabrielle Union said when Kamala Harris lost, it was all the weak men getting advantage. It was all the weak men out there getting their revenge. Now, I just said I'm the master at litigation. I'm also the master at crashing posts. So I went up under that post and I said, and I quote, by the mere fact you said weak men prevented you from moving forward says what about this so-called strength you say you have? This is what happens when individuals like to use insults to try and come off as superior. I came up under the post and I said, if weak men stopped you from moving forward, What does that truly say about the strength you think you have? Then I went down. Of course, I had to go and find a couple of things in the comments. And some chick said, I'm reading the comments and a lot of hit dogs are hollering. She ain't lying. I said, wow. By the mere fact, I said, what a strange metaphor, because this posting itself is a hit dog hollering. By the mere fact, you're saying that a loser, that us commenting on losers, we're hollering, you're confusing our hollering for laughter. Note to you, you're supposed to use the metaphor to help you, not expose your dumbness. Where was I wrong? Oh, dear my. I don't know women, or somewhere in the world of women, it is almost borderline impossible to go deep into love with them. As David Nutza said one time, he said, Chris, 23-year-old kid at the time, and a grown man, but I call him a kid. He said, and I quote, women don't know how to love. I said, please explain, young man. And he said, men do all this. Men sacrifice for family. Men do. All women do is grade and disclaim and complain. And that's all they do. See, motherfucker. What the you're absolutely right. Because I remember when I was a kid, I said 2 things a woman can't ever tell me. Number 1, I look good. Number 2, they love me. Can't do that. You can tell me I look good. No, I ain't trying to hear that. You ain't telling me you love me. That's where the nature of all of my not getting got to come from. Because the second they started with the game, I was on to them. So when they thought they was executing the grand finale of the dildo up my bunhole, I said, no, you shameful for you. I wear Iron Man drawers. I wear Iron Man drawers. Yeah, they're the new nanotech. Yeah, sorry, that's not gonna work. Nah, you don't get to poke the hole. No, you don't get to poke the hole. Poke the hole. I remember my ex-wife. Take a seat. I remember my ex-wife cheated on me. Decided she was getting welfare and all that. Didn't tell me. I was taking care of her and her son. Was getting welfare, giving it to her sister. Wasn't saying nothing. Never said, oh, I can help. Never said, oh, I can chip in. Just playing me like a bitch. Oh, I was a bitch. Oh, it's giving. Oh, I was a bitch. I was such a bitch. Yeah, I was a bitch. And then I caught on to the game. I went to take my stepson, her son. I went to pick him up from daycare. And the daycare lady said, Chris, don't forget to tell your wife she got to re-up for the We Pay daycare program. Don't forget to tell her the last week they pay is next week. I said, hold up. I was the first Wiz Khalifa. I said, hold up. I said to my stepson, I opened the door. I said, get your little ass in the car. And I went back and I said, please repeat what you said, but take it from the top. She would break. I was like, oh. I couldn't get home quick enough. That night was the last night my ex-wife and I spent together. And my stepbrother used to always say to me, you see how she is now, right? You see how she is now, right? I said, my man, what the fuck are you telling me, man? But they are excellent at being the way they are. You guys will sit there and you guys will love a woman to death. You will love a woman and that woman will not love you.